game number 4 is getting underway. We're going to find out if he can turn this around or if ErA is going to close out this series right now.
And I'm so excited to see what ErA's playing in every round. But
well, it seems like we're falling back into the same pattern here. ErA just once again kind of one step ahead of Ostkaka.
Yeah, I mean, if you know your opponent's, I mean, if you just know what your opponent's going to be queuing up, the game's so easy.
I'm curious. I wonder if he really does know, or if he's just trying to pick off like certain kinds of interactions with decks. You know, like he expects Ostkaka to bring something aggressive, so why not bring Control Warrior?
Yeah, and we saw Ostkaka play 2 aggressive decks in a row, but we haven't seen him do the same strategy plus the same deck in a row ever in any of his matches.
Yeah.
He traditionally has been oh, that's a variant. He traditionally goes back and forth, you know, between control and aggro, and then when he does stick with aggro 2 in a row, it's different decks. So I think Ostkaka is really fearing getting targeted. At this point, I'd be like, man, just play some decks that are winning.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you. You know, he won that Paladin deck.
Yeah, play it again.
I would have loved to see him queue that up again. I think that would have been fantastic versus that Mage deck.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a Divine Shielded minion as a 6/6, I mean, it's really hard for that Mage deck to take care of that.
Yeah, but this is a spot too where ErA's got some really interesting interactions here. You know, if he sets a Fiery War Axe and just passes, he's got a great turn 4 in front of him. If he plays Acolyte now, though, he will be susceptible to any weapon for Ostkaka. Gonna try to play more to his curve than he is to, you know, trying to guarantee himself extra value, and he is gonna get a little bit punished for this.
Yeah, he's gonna get a little bit punished for this. I like your play. I would have loved to have seen Fiery War Axe pass.
Yeah.
There. Ostkaka picking up an Emperor Thorson, by the way. Great
actually,
play here.
he's just gonna let it rip. He says, you know what? I don't care if we both draw extra cards. I think I'm the one with the advantage.
You're gonna see this Fiery War Axe now from ErA. Maybe concentrating on his mana a little bit too much there.
Honestly, I don't mind Shield Slam.
Yeah, I was just about to say
Acolyte.
there's some Shield Slam shenanigans he can do here as well.
You know, if you deny a lot of the Acolyte draws, you're sitting in a great position because you're looking
I
poised
like
to draw a
this
bunch
play.
of them.
Yeah, I like this play a lot from ErA here. Try to deny Ostkaka as many draws as possible. You see Ostkaka's hand's actually really good going forward from here.
Yeah.
This is a great, this is like the proverbial nuts here.
Yeah, isn't going to give him any extra cards. Does get 2 off of it, but, you know, once again, Ostkaka's hand looking like he's going to build to a big turn 5, and once again, ErA has Brawl for it.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to do it, though. What are you going to do? You know, you can't just sit around and wait the whole time, right?
Yeah, but he's got to take out this Unstable Gold, too.
Well, I believe he might Emperor now as well.
Yeah, Emperor, I think, is a totally reasonable play for him as well. I mean, he's held on to the coin for this point, you know, but he's got 2 great turn 5s in front of him.
Yeah, 2 great turn 5s. He could Emperor Thorson here holding on to his Despite because he knows that ErA has to answer this Emperor, or that he can start to do, you know, stuff like Grim Patron, Inner Rage it, attack ErA for 4 here, make 4 Grim Patrons here.
Yeah, I think I like the Emperor more. I mean, he's only got his Fiery War Axe set.
I was actually about to say, I think there's a chance we just see no Mission Inventor from him here,
so
too.
patient. I wonder exactly what the patience goal is here. You know, I mean, if he digs further into his deck, that is more value for Emperor Thorson, but I think what better value is it than just getting it established very early?
Well, I think the thing is like, he doesn't need Emperor Thorson to trigger for his hand to be good. His hand is already very good. He's looking for stuff like, you know, the Warsong Commander Frothing Berserker turns, where you need to play a bunch of things at once and really go off.
Still gonna forego Emperor on this board.
Yeah, I actually like doing Grim Patrons here this turn.
So I mean, this has got to be coin Battle Rage then. Yep, that's exactly what he's going to do. Wants to pick up 3 extra cards.
Yeah,
this is a very well thought out couple of turns from Ostkaka here. I mean, he saw this on turn 5. He wanted to go the Gnomish Inventor into this board state, into draw 3 cards from Battle Rage.
I mean, he still has the Emperor Thorson in his back pocket, but he doesn't need it yet now. Depending on what he draws here, this is the kind of hand you want an Emperor Thorson to happen, because you want to be able to play 4 or 5 cards in a row, because ErA's going to brawl here.
Yeah, I can tell you that there's one of these minions he wants to win
real
bad.
Yeah. And
it looks like
it
is. 5-1 too.
Wow.
Everything going his way.
I don't know if everything's going ErA's way or everything's just not going Ostkaka's way. That's what it feels like to me.
It's a hard distinction to make at this point. But, you know, the bright side of things does have Emperor Thorson, and this is going to unlock a world of potential. But I don't know if he's going to play it. I mean, we've seen him forego it a couple times now.
Yeah, that's the problem. When you go into this late of the game, when you play Emperor Thorson and pass, yeah, it's a great turn. turn, but you're going into the 8 and 9 mana turns of ErA's deck, and his deck is real good on turns 8 and 9.
He picks up a Grim Patron. I think if he adds a Frothing Berserker to this, suddenly this Emperor Thaurissan looks like a brilliant hold.
This is the hand you want Emperor Thaurissan to trigger on. The one before was fine as it was.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it's very different than a lot of the approaches we've seen from players where they just want to get the value early on and then try to take advantage of that.
If you're ErA, how do you play this turn? Do you just shield up a lot, or do you get a Dr. Boom into play, which, I mean, you know, lets him draw extra cards off of his Acolyte of Pain? Do you just Ragnaros?
I think it's tough either way. You know, he's out of utility in his hand. All he has is minions.
I will say, ErA's at the point now where he has to start just getting the cards in his hand into play. He just has so many things to do.
Slam going to start this turn out. Maybe even a second Slam here.
I think we might see the Emperor this turn.
Yeah, he's going to draw a card off the Acolyte of Pain.
Well, you never know. He might just use his life total to leverage here.
It's possible as well.
Start getting, because, I mean, ErA's at 40. He's got to start doing damage.
These are the kinds of the stages that Ostkaka's really looking for, where his decisions are very difficult, but also very impactful.
Yeah, there's a lot of players have said that in pro gaming, whenever you can play a deck that has the most decisions possible in it, you have the most chances to make the best and the worst decision, then the better player you are, the better that deck is for you. Because if you always make the right decision, there's a reason why this deck is so complicated, because it's so good.
Yeah, there's the Frothing Berserker.
Yeah.
This has to be the last piece he was looking for. You know, it's funny, if he actually would have attacked the Acolyte, things would have worked out for him. But he's playing the odds at this point. He's not just playing, you know, whatever's going to be, you know, hopefully that it works out for him. He wants to be playing to, you know, the direct possible play in the situation he's in.
The thing about his deck, too, is he only has a finite amount of damage, and ErA is actually just gaining a ton of life here over the next couple turns. So he's trying to make sure that he keeps him at a manageable life total, because the thing is, he has to try to, you know, Hadouken him all in one turn to try to get this one big attack from a Frothing Berserker.
He needs that red Hadouken that
you
throw.
Exactly, yeah. But if he gets up to 40 and 50, you can't do that. If you keep him around 30, that's doable. It's really funny to say that, but it's doable to get 30 in one turn.
That's the power that this deck yields, is those kinds of turns.
I mean, we've seen it multiple times.
What is he waiting for? Where's the Emperor? I want to see it right now. This has been such a weird hold, but it looks to me like it's going to pay off in spades.
Yeah, honestly, the more I think about it, the more I just love it from him. That hand didn't need an Emperor Thaurissan.
Yeah, you're right. Just going to Battle Rage for 1. He wants every single thing he can get.
Yeah, he doesn't need any more cards.
This has to be Emperor if he's Battle Raging for 1.
I have to believe this is fully Emperor Thaurissan.
He's still going to wait. Oh, there we go. Okay, he's not going to wait anymore. I was like,
faked this out. He faked it. It was a pump fake. It was a balk.
So finally going to get it. But I mean, at this point, again, the hold looks so brilliant when you look at how his hand is constructed at this point now.
ErA's got a pretty sweet turn here as well if he wants to. He could take care of this Emperor Thaurissan, push a damage, and then Ragnaros if he wants to, and start to really put pressure on Ostkaka, but he has to worry about what's coming out of Ostkaka's hand. Can he just get 32'd, but can he play around that? You know, he can Shield Maiden this turn, he could Sludge Belcher this turn, but what are his other options going forward from there?
I mean, that's really the brilliance of the way that Ostkaka's played this game.
Like, you can see, look at ErA, he doesn't know what to do.
This is tough. I mean, Ostkaka's clear. I mean, he saw the Emperor from the left side of his hand. He knows that he's been waiting for something.
Yeah, that would have freaked me out in this game if I saw the Emperor from the left side of his hand there, because I would have just thought, oh man, he's just drawn, you know, all the filler, no thriller here going forward. And he just didn't have enough to, you know, get anything done. And you're like, oh, wait, I feel like I got.
You know, the one thing he doesn't have, though, is a Whirlwind in this hand.
Well, he did kind of pick one up in the Unstable Ghoul, but it's going to be really hard to make that happen.
I mean, he does risk the Boombots picking off, you know, a Frothing Berserker or a Warsong Commander.
Yeah, so you may see him do some crazy plays this turn.
Grim Patron here?
Yeah, you may see him make some crazy plays this turn, make a giant
This actually
board.
just might be 30. I haven't really counted this, and you know, at this point, it's pretty tough to try, especially with all the Boombot interactions that are happening.
Yeah, there's so many extra variables. Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of chalking it up to luck, honestly, at this point.
If one of these Boombots hits this Unstable Ghoul, this turn could get really bananas.
Yep. So, also, if it hits the Frothing Berserker, things could get bananas too.
Yeah, there's some really good and some really bad ones. Oh, it goes face.
4 damage going to the dome. Another Grim Patron comes in, and this is really the big turn that Ostkaka was
there it is.
for.
Oh, it's only 2. But yeah, as I say.
I mean, how does he climb out of this position? You can see ErA just frustrated with the result. It says, even drops the well played. He expects this to be Whirlwind. It isn't going to be Whirlwind, but it is still a ton of damage.
Is this lethal? I mean, how big is this Frothing Berserker?
It looks like it's 18, so not quite enough, but I mean, this board position is so daunting at this point. How does he actually recover from this?
Well, I mean, he's down to 8. He's down to 5. You have to believe that whatever Ostkaka has in his hand is going to take care of you from here. He needs the other Brawl.
Yeah, another brawl's not going to be found.
So if he puts himself up to 15, he still dies.
Yeah,
Okay.
Still dies by a long shot in this one.
All right, so he can kill this Frothing Berserker.
He's got to hope that just Ostkaka has nothing in his hand, which is nigh impossible given the patience that he's shown this game. And wow, what a brilliant game from Ostkaka. I mean, we continue to see it from him over and over again. You know, I mentioned earlier in this season, one of his Freeze Mage games was just brilliant. This is another one to mark on that.